Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 27 of reading through our Bible in 1 year. This last week, we finished 2 Kings, went into 1 Chronicles, finished Psalms, and started back up again to read through Psalms the second time, read some more of Proverbs and Acts. And for me, I noticed a theme in my journaling that stood out to me, and that was our response in crisis. And I was remembering a story of when I was a young lady and single and living in France. And I was in Paris with a girlfriend, and we were walking through the streets at night. Probably wasn't a wise thing to do, but we went by this group of trees, and this man came out kind of to attack us. And she took off running before I even had a chance to think. But my immediate response was, "You don't have the right to do this. I'm a child of God." And I yelled at him and I said, "You leave me alone in the name of Jesus." And he took off. And so, it was just my automatic response was, I'm a child of God and he can't hurt me. And I don't always have that response anymore. I'm afraid, unfortunately, I give in to fear or, just respond differently. Don't always respond in the way I should in trusting God with my life. But I just love the story of King Hezekiah. And in 2 Kings 19:14, I journaled that verse. It says, "After Hezekiah received the letter from the messenger and read it, he went up to the Lord's temple and spread it out before the Lord." So this was a letter from the king of Assyria, Sennacherib, who was going to he wanted to destroy Israel and take over and kill everyone. And so Hezekiah took this letter and he spread it before the Lord in the temple. And he just kind of said, "God, you are the God of all gods. You are the only one who's a God, and I trust in you." And he brought his problems to God. And that was his immediate response. It wasn't fear. It wasn't, "Oh my goodness, get the armies ready," or anything like that. He just knew that he had to turn to God. In his own strength, he could not fight. And then another verse, Proverbs 18:10, says, "The name of the Lord is a strong fortress. The godly run to him and are safe." And isn't that exactly what he did, King Hezekiah? He turned to God. And so he was a godly king. He was a good king, which was rare as we read through the Kings. But he turned to God because he knew that God is a strong fortress. God is there for him. God is there for us. And he wants us to turn to him for a refuge. He wants to be there for us. But he just waits for us to ask. And then in Proverbs 5:11, I journaled as well. It says, "But let all who take refuge in you be glad. Let them ever sing for joy. Spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may rejoice in you." And isn't that what happened with Hezekiah? God took over and he fought for him and he saved him. And so that's the exciting part, is God did respond and he looked after them. He was their protection. And I'm sure there was lots of singing and rejoicing over that. So that was what I found this week in my journaling and in reading. It was just like, I need to turn to God first thing when crisis comes, when things go hard. He wants to be there for us. He wants to rescue us. He wants to protect us. So I just encourage you that and hope you have another good week reading through the Bible in 1 year. God bless you guys.